in between the innings as that ball gets away from Brendan Haythwaite, knocking off his glove, and that'll allow Brett Allen to move up to second base uncontested. I'll take the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sorry, that's 2 balls and 2 strikes. That pitch is away now, it's 3 and 2. So Liam Matsuo behind here. And in for ball 4, so it's back-to-back walks for the Marlins with 1 out here in the top of the first. 2 games in the books so far today, with the under-18s scoring frequently in their game to take it out 16-6, picking up their first win of the season. Went down to Blacktown in the first round after having the lead late, and then went down last week against Greater Western 4-2 in a rain-shortened game. Week before that, we were unlucky not to pick up the first win when they took on Borkham Hills. They led 5-1 when the heavens opened. We hadn't faced the minimum of 1 hour of game time, so the result didn't stand, unfortunately, as the wind just blows my lineup. Thank you very much. Greg Allen taking it on the back there, so he's aboard, and that's going to load the bases. Liam Matsuo in some early trouble here in the top of the first inning. And it's going to be Reese Newhold, the Marlins' third baseman. He's going to get the opportunity to knock in the first runs of this game. And that's in for strike 1, so 1 ball and 1 strike. That one fouled off. Matsuo now ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. As you can hear in the effects mic, or it's not even in the effects mic, it's in my microphone. The wind just howling around at the moment. If you were watching the end of the 3rd grade game, we actually lost transmission there for the last inning. And that pitch hit down to Leo, and he's going to have a play at the plate for 1. Won't get the second out at first, but they will save the run on the fielder's choice. 2 out now in the top of the first. Out of 10, almost took off into space. Caught it just in time before it got too far. Thank those that were around to help fix it and lock it back down for the rest of the afternoon. Mitchell Pearce now, starting centre fielder for the Marlins. He swings and misses at strike 1. And in there for strike 2 on the curveball from Matsuo. He's ahead on the first batter for the first time today. And swings and misses, so 3 quick strikes for Leo Matsuo. He dodges the jam, and the Manly Eagles will come up to bat, and we'll bring you the lineups now for both teams. Starting with the visiting team, the Marlins, and we saw 5 or 6 of them take the box in the first inning. Kai McIntosh Walsh led off. He is starting at shortstop. Brett Allen was walked in the first inning in his first at bat. He's starting in right field. Jake Phelps, second base. Greg Allen is at first base. Reese Newhold is starting at third base. Mitchell Pearce striking out there to end the top of the first. He's starting in centre. Sam Preller, who will lead off the top of the second. He's starting in left field. Daniel Willings is the catcher. And on the mound for the Central Coast Marlins is Parker Robinson. And then the Manly Eagles, leading off is the shortstop, Brad Zorn. Brendan Hathwaite doing the catching, batting in the 2-hole. Designated hitter is Ben Sutton. Ash Roberts is at first. Shohei Ariyama in left field. Josh Beasley at second base. David Yu at third base. Zach Murphy was a late change. He will start in left field. And Adam O'Neill hits in the 9-hole for the Eagles this afternoon. And he will start in centre field. And the starting pitcher for the Eagles is Leo Matsuo. Umpires this afternoon, behind the plate, Jeff Pettit. And at first base, Jerry Cobb. So Brad Zorn leading things off for the Eagles. He's ahead 2 balls and no strikes. Chops that one foul. Runs the count to 2-1. So 2-1. Lifted high and foul and out of play. Two down for Brad Zorn. Fights that one off the hands, gets through the pitcher. Good play by the shortstop, Kyle McIntosh Walsh, coming into the diamond, cleaning up behind the pitcher, and a good strong throw over to first base for the first out of this bottom of the second. Hathwaite takes strike one. Lifts that ball high into the air, and it's going to be the centre fielder coming across to make the catch. That's Mitchell Pearce. Not the Newcastle Knights halfback, but the Central Coast Marlins centre fielder. That's out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Parker Robinson, working very efficiently. Ground ball and a fly ball. That'll bring up the designated hitter for the Eagles, Ben Sutton. And that's in for strike one. No balls and 1 strike. Fouls that one off. Sutton now in the hole, 0-2. Off into the face mask of Daniel Willings. Another strike, another pitch coming for Ben Sutton. fires off that curveball, so count will remain 0-2. Shaking the camera there. That pitch is up and in. Doesn't get Sutton chasing. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another foul ball by Sutton, so plenty of experience coming out on show here. Fouling balls off, making him go deep, hoping Parker Robinson makes a mistake. Holds off that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes now, evens up the count. Good quality at bat here by Ben Sutton. And that's down for 3-2. So works it all the way back from 0-2, 3-2 now. Ash Roberts waiting on deck, hoping to get his first at bat here this afternoon in this bottom of the first inning. And check swing over the right side, cleaned up by the first baseman Greg Allen, and that will finish the first inning. So after the first, we're tied at 0 on the Procar Automotive scoreboard. So top of the second rather. And it's going to be Sam Preller to lead things off for the Marlins. Starting in left field this afternoon. Try and bring you some stats for both of these sides very shortly. If you are watching online, say g'day. Let us know who you are and where you're watching from. One ball and 1 strike for the Marlins leadoff man. That slider just missing away. And away again. So 2 balls and 1 strike. In there for Sam Preller to foul off, run the count to 2-2. in there for strike 3. So good pitch from Leo Matsuo through a couple of sliders away. Got Preller interested, and he wasn't able to pull the trigger with the slider back on the inside corner of the zone. And Leo Matsuo has his first out of the inning. His second inning, retiring the first hitter. Missing away there. Catcher, Daniel Willings. Lifted high. Out of shot from us, but it is the catch made by Ash Roberts, and that's the second out of the inning. So just as Parker Robinson did in the bottom of the first, Leo Matsuo has 2 quick outs here in the top of the second. And it's now going to be the pitcher Parker Robinson to hit in the 9 hole. Inside for ball 1. And back in for strike 1, so 1 ball and 1 strike. Down and away. So 2 and 2. And that ball for Matsuo gets all the way to the fence, but not far enough for Parker Robinson to advance any further. And it'll be a 2-out walk to turn the lineup over back to the leadoff man, shortstop Kai McIntosh Walsh. In for strike 1. McIntosh Walsh bunted to lead off the game. Quick check over at first, keeping Parker Robinson close. Fouls it off. 1 ball and 1 strike. And curveball in for strike 3. Very good pitch from Leo Matsuo. And that's going to finish the top of the second inning with only the walk against his name. And it's going to be the 4, 5, 6 hitters in the form of Ash Roberts, Shohei Ariyama, and Josh Beasley to get the second inning underway in the bottom of this inning. So Ash Roberts leading things off. Bottom of the second. There's a 2-2 count. Fouls that one off over our heads. Can remain even at 2-2. Ash lifts that ball into left field and in front of the left fielder, Sam Preller. And we have the first hit of the game this afternoon. Ash Roberts with a single. Shohei Ariyama now the hitter for the Eagles. One ball and one strike for Ariyama. That's down for ball 2. 2-1. Good patience at the plate there by the Manly outfielder, taking that pitch down. He runs the ball count full to ball 3, down 3-1. And it will draw the walk, so 2 base runners here for the Eagles in the bottom of the second inning. And I'll bring up the young second baseman Josh Beasley, who had quite a day in the under-18s game earlier. Beasley going 3 for 4 with a pair of RBIs and 3 runs scored. And he started with strike 1 from Parker Robinson. That ball down in the dirt, not quite far enough away. Ash Roberts looking at it, watching it down, checking where it finished. Close enough to keep both the runners on their respective bases. We'll take the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss there from Beasley, so he's behind 1 and 2. Pitch off the hands into right centre field. That's going to be an easy catch there for Mitchell Pearce. First out in the bottom of the second. Both the Manly runners holding their bases at first and second. That's the first out. So the Eagles with only the one game so far this season in the second grade competition. And that was a come from behind victory against the Blacktown Workers back in round one. They did have the lead before giving it up late in the game and came back and walked it off in the only victory for Manly in the opening weekend. 1 ball and 1 strike for David Yu after that foul off. So they'll be looking to go to 2-0 after washouts against Borkham Hills and the newly formed Greater Western side, taking the place of the Penrith Panthers out there at Andrews Road. Now it's 2-2. Big welcome to Harrison Peters doing the groundwork beside me. Just learning the order of the count. Confusing me. 2-2 now the count for David Yu. Runner in scoring position in the form of Ashley Roberts. That pitch down for ball 3, so filling up the count. Three and 2 now. Looking to load the bases or knock in and run. And it will be neither of those as he strikes out. And he's the second out of this bottom of the second. And that'll bring up the late inclusion into the starting lineup. Zach Murphy was slated to come off the bench, potentially out of the bullpen, but a late change in first grade has seen Gabriel Mateu move up into first grade out of the second grade side and gives an opportunity for Zach Murphy to start this game here. And he takes the first pitch from Parker Robinson up and away for ball 1. And pushes it over to the right side. Picked up by McIntosh Welsh. Close play at first, but just in time to finish the second inning. So through 2, score remain 0-0 on the Procar Automotive scoreboard. So Leo Matsuo back out here in the third inning. Manly unable to capitalise on a couple of base runners. Brett Allen taking the first two strikes from Leo Matsuo. He's behind early 0-2. Punches that one high, but out of play. Pitch just in for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes now for Brett Allen. Getting away. At 2-2. Don't forget you can follow all the scoring action live on Game Changer. Only had it as 2-2, bit confused as to what's going on there, but Brett Allen's aboard with a walk. His second walk of the afternoon. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Jake Phelps. Runner up to second, not in time from within Haythwaite. And it's going to be a stolen base. One and one on Jake Phelps. Missing away for ball two. Ball back up the middle to Josh Beasley at second. Picks it up, fires across. And Jake Phelps is retired. First out. Here in the top of the third. It'll be Greg Allen to hit here for the Marlins. Hit by pitch in his first at bat. And he gets after that one. But fouls it off into the bullpen and over the bullpen in right field. And Matsuo's ahead. No balls and 1 strike. Foul ball. As Greg Allen behind 0-2. So 0-2 for Greg Allen. And Matsuo gets half a swing. They will check with Jerry Cobb in the middle, who says no, he didn't. And I think that's probably the right call. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Greg Allen. We're going to drive in the first Central Coast run. And that's on the corner for strike 3. So Leo Matsuo has his second out. His 4th punch out of the afternoon. 3rd punch out of the afternoon. That'll be 3rd baseman Reese Newhold. In there for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Getting the job done. You'll be hoping you can retire O'Neill. O'Neill looking to get on base. Fouls that one off. Runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes now. And is able to draw the walk, so lead-off walk for the Eagles. Turns the line-up back over for the shortstop, Bradley Zorn. Was a ground out in his first at-bat. Zorn showing a bunt and pulling back on the high pitch. Zorn batting 1,000 on the year. Going 3 for 3 in the first round against the Blacktown Workers. The only game Manly have played so far this season. Check over at first base, keeping O'Neill close. Brad Zorn looking to do what Brad Zorn does. Takes it at knees for strike 1. 1 ball and a strike. I'll check over at first. Obviously aware of Adam O'Neill's speed. Not wanting to give him any free bases. Does take off, but the ball is fouled off. Another hit and run there on the 1-1 count. Bit of work to do now here for Brad Zorn if he's to move Adam O'Neill up an extra 90 or 180 feet. And that ball on the dirt. So there's that advancement for O'Neill. Parker Robinson just not able to control that curveball. And it falls about 58 feet in front of Daniel Willings. And Adam O'Neill moves up on the wild pitch. Zorn now hitting with a runner in scoring position. 4th at bat for the Eagles with a runner in scoring position. And that one missing outside for ball 3, so the full count for Brad Zorn. And he gets a swing and miss for strike 3. So first out of the bottom of the third is by way of the strikeout. And I'll bring up the catcher for the Eagles, Brendan Haythwaite. Went 1 for 2 against the Blacktown Workers. That game seems so long ago now. Back in early October. And Parker Robertson starts Haythwaite with the strike at the knees. Plenty of attention being shown over at second base. As Robinson misses with the ball high for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball in the dirt. 2 and 1 now for Haythwaite. Just going to see Daniel Willings go out. Just have a quick chat to his pitcher. Make sure he's on the same page. Maybe a bit of confusion on that previous pitch. We're just going to settle down his pitcher on the mound. So 2-1 coming for Haythwaite. Lifts that ball high and deep into left field over the head of the left fielder. And it will score the first run of this afternoon. And it will be a double for Brendan Haythwaite. And Manly will have an early 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Next hit will be Ben Sutton. Rounded out in his first at bat. An 8-pitch at bat it was. Fouled off 4 straight pitches to work back from 0-2 and got it back to a 3-2 count before grounding out. Subsequently ending the bottom of the first. Big swing and miss, so Sutton behind again, 0-2. Ball's pulled down on the left-hand side. Reece Newhold does the fielding, big pick up and throw across the diamond. It's enough to get Sutton at first, but Brendan Haythwaite going on contact. He moves over to third. And Manly now 2 out with the runner on third. And it'll be the first baseman, Ashley Roberts. Ash picked up the first hit of this game, leading off the bottom of the second, singling into left field. Swings and misses at the first pitch he sees from Parker Robinson. down in the dirt. Well blocked by Daniel Willings. Keeps Brendan Haythwaite at third base. One on one now for the veteran first baseman. Part of the winning second grade side 2 seasons ago, consequently against the Central Coast Marlins side. And that ball hit on the ground to the shortstop. Kyle McIntosh Walsh does the fielding, picks it up, throws it across. But the Eagles score the first run of the ball game, and after 3 innings, Manly lead 1-0 on the Procar Automotive scoreboard. So it'll be Mitchell Pearce to lead things off for the Marlins, leading off the top of the 4th inning. Strikeout victim to finish the first, leaving the bases loaded. Big hello to everyone watching online. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Hope you're a lot warmer from wherever you are watching. Big swing and miss from Pearce there for strike 1, on ball and 1 strike. Shows bunt, takes it away. Pitched low from Matsuo. So, ball 3. Three-1 now for Mitchell Pearce. And in there for strike 2, called strike. He thought he had drawn ball 4, but Jeff Pettit says strike 2. Get yourself back here, son, and see another pitch. Doesn't come that easy. And he gets the swing foul tip into the glove, and what he thought was a walk turns out to a strikeout. That's first out here in the top of the 4th. 5th strikeout for Leo Matsuyo here this afternoon. does strike out a lot of batters, but also does find himself in trouble from time to time with the walk. So far so good from Matsuo. Keep throwing the ball into the zone and getting the swings and misses. Will keep the Marlins off the base paths on that pitch. As I say that, he does fall behind 2 balls and no strikes on Sam Prella. And in there on the fast ball. Ball lifted high into right field. A nice catch there by Shohei Ariyama for the second out. Foul fly into right field. So 2 out here in the top of the 4th. That's going to bring up the catcher Daniel Willings for the Marlins. Willings 1 for 6 on the year. Finally found the stats. Scored a run, walked twice, struck out once. So the Marlins catcher takes ball 2. Ball lifted high, but probably out of play behind us. Young Forrest Jr. running after it. 2 balls and a strike now for Daniel Willings. Apologies there, I had the wrong camera on. So Matsuo back in with the strike, so evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Slider dropping on the inside corner of the plate. A big strikeout opportunity here for number 6 for Leo Matsuo. But Willings fouls it off over to the right side. Ash Roberts after it, but it will fall behind the first base dugout. And the counter remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-2 from Matsuo. Misses down and away. Ball 3 fills up the count. And check swing, fouled off. Haythwaite looking up in the air for it, but that's gone up and over. Another chance here for Daniel Willings to get himself aboard and hand the baton over to his pitcher, Parker Robinson. Check swing again, but foul. So battling deep here into this one. Good strong at bat by Willings. 7 pitches so far. And that pitch is in for strike 3. Great pitch there by Leo Matsuo. His 6th strikeout of the afternoon. And that will finish the top of the 4th. The Eagles leading 1-0. So it's a lead-off walk for the Manly left fielder Shohei Ariyama. Correction, he's in the right field today. And then he follows that up with a stolen base. So Josh Beasley batting here, the runner in scoring position and nobody out. Parker Robinson out for his 4th inning of work. That pitch is in for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Beasley rips that ball, but foul down the left field line. Change up of camera angles. Don't get to see where that ball went, but it was definitely foul. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now for Josh Beasley, or 2 and 2 rather. Or we put it around the wrong way again. 1 and 2. Close attention being paid to Ariyama. At second, that ball hit to Newhold at third base. Hung up Ariyama at second. He'll get back in and you get down and dirty and he'll be safe at second. So a good bit of base running by Ariyama. Probably broke a little bit too far. Good piece of defensive play by Reese Newhold to keep the runner and run him all the way back to second and not let him advance to third. So Josh Beasley will be aboard on the fielder's choice. And Manly, again, runners on first and second with nobody out. Josh Beasley aboard. Ariyama at second. That's going to bring up David Yu for the Eagles. Struck out on his first at bat. Looking to do a little bit more here with runners on for the Eagles. Extend their lead in the bottom of the 4th. Yu showing bunt. Spin move by Parker Robinson. Just keeping Ariyama close over there at second. Yu bunting that one foul. Almost popping it up to the barreling first baseman Greg Allen, but dropping in foul. Just dropping the head on it a little bit did Yu there. Ball in the dirt. 1 and 1. Plenty of encouragement coming out of the Manly dugout for David Yu. Pitch down for ball 2, so 2-1. Carter and Cronulla in a 0-0 tie in their game in second grade. Ball 3 now for David Yu, so worked all the way back from 0-1. Now 3-1. Chance to load the bases here for the Eagles. David Yu looking for his first hit of the season. And straight through the glove of the Central Coast second baseman. It won't get an out. That ball hit hard by David Yu. Straight at Jake Phelps. Went straight through his glove. Shohei Ariyama might have been in a little bit of trouble as he had broken for third base. Luckily for him, it did get out of the glove of Jake Phelps. Ariyama can only go up one base, and David Yu loads the bases on what would I expect to be recorded as a hit given the velocity it was struck. See what the scorers say about that one. The Eagles have the bases loaded and nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth, and it brings out the coach for the Marlins to have a quick chat with his pitcher, reassure him he's on the right page. Jake Phelps is unable to handle that. But a good at bat by David Yu. And Manly batting here with a load of bases with the left fielder Zach Murphy. It's only the third hit of this ball game. And Murphy takes the first pitch from Parker Robinson down for ball 1. Murphy hitting from the left-hand batter's box. The only left-hander in this Manly lineup today. That's in for strike 1 from Robinson, so evens the count at 1 ball and a strike. Murphy, one of the young up-and-coming players through the junior ranks. 1 for 2 in the game against Blacktown. So the law of averages say that he's probably due for a hit here after grounding out in his first at bat. But he is behind 1 ball and 2 strikes now with that foul up the first baseline. And up for ball 2. Evening the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And big swing and miss by Zach Murphy, swinging over the top of that one. That's the first out. First out here in the bottom of the fourth. And Adam O'Neill will get another chance. Walked and scored the only run of this ball game, scoring on the back with Brendan Haythwaite double into left field. And he takes first pitch at the knees to strike one. That ball lifted into centre field, straight down the throat of Mitchell Pearce. And it's going to be an RBI sac fly for Adam O'Neill, with Shohei Ariyama scoring after the catch was made by Mitchell Pearce. Not the strongest of throws from the Marlins centre fielder. That's another run on the board for the Eagles. And Ariyama comes in to score. A busy day for him with 2 walks, a stolen base, and now the second run of this ball game. That turns the lineup over for the Manly shortstop Bradley Zorn. He swings and misses at strike one. As Daniel Willings tries to catch Josh Beasley napping over at second. Substantial lead over there, did the young second baseman. He's back with a head first slide back into the base. That ball down for ball one. So 1-1 for Brad Zorn. Fouls that pitch off. Ball and 2 strikes now. Josh Beasley at second. David Yu at first. 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's up for ball 2 again. Daniel Willings throwing down. Brad Zorn going 3 for 3 against Blacktown, all of them singles, and scoring twice. Two coming from Parker Robinson. He's away, so full count pitch won't matter for anything as David Yu is picked off. So Daniel Willings, couple of throws over to the second base to try and get Josh Beasley. David Yu is caught napping to finish the 4th. So through 4 on the Procar Automotive scoreboard, Manly lead 2-0. So I'm going to pitch to Parker Robinson to lead things off here in the top of the 5th inning. He swings at strike 1 from Leo Matsuo. And strike 2 from Leo Matsuo. And that ball punched over to the right side. Josh Beasley cleans it up, throws it over to Ash at first base, and we have our first out here in the top of the 5th inning. Few issues with Game Changer at the start of this game, so try and check in and see if they've been resolved. Looks like it, yes. That's in for strike 1. Clyde McIntosh Walsh, the lead-off. Curveball from Leo Matsuo is down. Ball hit back up the middle. And that does break up the no-no for Leo Matsuo here in the 5th. And we are going to have a change. It's going to be Jack Stevenson to run for the Marlins. The first hit of the afternoon for the Marlins off the bat of Kyle McIntosh Walsh, who's lifted for pinch runner. Looks like he was hobbling a little bit there as he came off, so Kai's out of the game and Jack Stevenson takes over. We'll see where he ends up on the defensive side of things. Check over at first by Matsuo. That pitch away for ball 1. Wind certainly not relenting this afternoon. And that pitch lifted high, foul and over our heads out towards the car park. Didn't think at 7 o'clock this morning when I came up to Aquatic I'd need tracksuit pants, but it's definitely the case right now. I'll have to make a dash to the car and see what's in there. Still with another game and a half to get through. Stevenson takes off to second base. Haythwaite with the 2-bounce throw into second. Unable to beat Stevenson up there. It'll be a stolen base for Jack Stevenson. 2 balls and a strike now. Ball hit over to the right side to Josh Beasley. Busy inning for him with 2 ground balls hit his way so far. And he cleans that one up for the second out of this top of the 5th. So Matsuo with 2 out and a runner on third base now. Chops that one to first. And nice work there by Leo. Lets it roll up along the line, picks it up, and a soft underarm toss to Ash Roberts to first, and that's going to end the top of the 5th. Manly hold on to that 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th. So Brad Zorn will lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Zorn, of course, was the batter. When David Yu was picked off. And Zorn flies out to centre field for the first out of the bottom of the 5th inning. New pitcher for the Marlins, it's Luke Kovac. Played in the 3rd grade game earlier. Comes on in relief of Parker Robinson. Jack Stevenson has remained at 3rd base, and Reece Newhold has moved to shortstop as Brendan Haythwaite hits that hard and high into centre field, but Mitchell Pearce tracks back and takes it just in front of the fence. And Luke Kovac has a couple of quick outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Wants to get his side back into the batter's box and claw back these couple of runs. And it's going to be the designated hitter for the Eagles, Ben Sutton. He's going to bat with 2 out. Takes the first pitch from Kovac for ball 1. That one in there for strike 1, so it's 1-1 now. And high curve ball for strike 2. So ball and 2 strikes. Jeff Pettit says strike 2. Much to the displeasure of the Manly bench and supporters here in the crowd. That one fouled off the hands and out of play by Sutton. So another opportunity for him. Sending his at bat. And that pitch just low for ball 2. Even in the count. I'm going to hand things over to Ash Roberts, waiting on deck for the Eagles. Another foul ball from Ben Sutton. And lays off that ball in the dirt from Luke Kovac for ball 3. So once again working the count full. Showing his experience at the plate. As Manly looked to tack on another run here in the 5th inning. And that ball lifted into right field. So good at bat by Ben Sutton. Gets himself a ball with 2 out. Left the bad pitches. Fouled off the ones that looked close. And then puts in the ball into play when it matters most. And gets himself a board. 2 out and a runner on here for the Eagles. Luke Kovac fires in a curveball to start Ash Roberts. Ash with the single and the ground out so far. Looks like Luke Brown is ready to go as that ball kicks off the plate, bounces all the way back to the fence and allow Ben Sutton to trot up into second base. Give Ash Roberts another opportunity to knock in another run. Shohei Ariyama waiting on deck. 2 walks to his name so far. Would love another opportunity for another at bat here with runners in scoring position, and Ash Roberts pulls that ball into left field, so another base hit. Not quite far enough for Sutton to score from third, but Ash is going to enjoy himself a 2 for 3 day. And Manly now runners on the corners with 2 out. Very dangerous Shohei Ariyama up next to bat. Blustery conditions blowing in from centre field, so definitely holding the ball up. Certainly the case in the 3rd grade game with my offsider here playing very shallow in left field this afternoon. Luke Kovac starts Ariyama with a strike at the knees. Another pitch in for strike two, so nice curveball there from Kovac. Book closed on Parker Robinson, 4 innings pitched, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Luke Kovac 1 strike away from finishing this inning, misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes, trying to get Ariyama to chase, but too patient at the plate is the Japanese right fielder. And that pitch on the corner for strike 3. So caught looking is Ariyama, but that ends the 5th. Manly Eagles lead 2-0 on the Procar Automotive scoreboard. So the first baseman, Greg Allen, to lead things off here for the Central Coast Marlins, top of the 6th. Second grade action here at Aquatic Ballpark. We're about 35 minutes away from first grade getting underway. Both teams just going through their warm-ups on this cold and windy Saturday afternoon. Just grateful that it isn't raining. So Matsuo is behind 2 balls and no strikes here to the leadoff man, Greg Allen. And in for strike 1. Fouls that one off. Even in the count at 2-2. Greg Allen 0 for 5 so far. Has scored himself a run despite not picking up a hit. A walk and 2 strikeouts against his name. Hit by pitched and struck out looking so far today. And fouls that one back towards the screen, but out of play. Just falling behind us. Counter remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball off the end of the bat, so another opportunity for Allen to get aboard. Count remains at 2-2. Brown warming up in the bullpen for the Eagles. You see in the background there. Going to the under 18s catcher Tom Butler. That pitch just missing away. So filling the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. I think this could be one of the last batters that Leo Matsuo sees this afternoon. And he does miss for ball 4. That ball in the dirt and getting away from catcher Brendan Haythwaite. But not far enough for Greg Allen to advance any further than first base. And he's going to bring out Simon Loud for a chat. He does take the ball, so Leo's afternoon is done. 5+ innings for Leo Matsuo. 7 strikeouts to his name this afternoon, a couple of walks. But the most important thing in that is the 0 in the run column. And it'll be up to Luke Brown to close this one out. Keep the Marlins off the bases and off the scoreboard. So while he warms up, we'll take a quick break. Luke Brown's warm-ups are done. And his first batter will be Reese Newhold. Ran into a fielder's choice in the first inning and then and then flew out to Brad Zorn to end the third. Shows bunt, drops it down. And it will be a board. So bunt single. And just like Central Coast always do, they're in it every step of the way. Especially in a tight ball game like this. They execute the short game very well. It'll be Mitchell Pearce. We look to move runners over. Shows bunt down in the dirt. Ball handled by Brendan Haythwaite. Big job here for Luke Brown. Runners on first and second with nobody out. Pearce shows bunt again, drops it down to Brown. Picks it up, throws the first. And that is the first out. So sack bunt by Mitchell Pearce. Executed to perfection. I'll bring up Sam Prella, left fielder for the Marlins. One hit against his 5 at bat so far this year. And pitch in for strike one. Marlins one big swing away from tying this ball game up. Strike two in at the knees. Fastball straight down the middle. Not handled by Sam Prella. Looks at it all the way into the glove of Brendan Haythwaite. A big 0-2 hole, Sam Prella, but anything is possible in this game of baseball. Only takes something small to get the Marlins on the board. In the dirt. Ball one. Well blocked by Brendan Haythwaite. Down for ball two, so 2-2. Luke Brown trying to get a swing out of Sam Prella at something out of the zone. Prella is up to the task and lays off the pitch down and in. Maybe looking for either ball three or something he can put in play and score Allen and Newhold. Lifted foul into right field. Long run for Ariyama. Will fall foul. Not sure how close Ariyama got to that ball. It is out of our shot. Could have been a tactical leave out there in right field with Greg Allen standing at third looking to score. So another 2-2 for Sam Prella. Big pitch coming here for Luke Brown. Lifted foul and out of play. The counter remain 2-2. As we cross the 5:05 cut-off for a new inning. So Manly get this inning done with the score where it is. They'll pick up their second win of the year. Central Coast will threaten to the end. No game is safe. And that pitch up. 3-2 now. Prella calm as a cucumber in the box for the Marlins. Brown unable to get the swing out of him. Fill the count up at 3-2. Not a bad thing to load the bases here. Does put the force on for the double play with the catcher Daniel Willings, and he does get the swing. Luke Brown, as I say that, Daniel Willings on deck, the catcher. Prella swinging at the second high fastball from Luke Brown. So he's 1 out away now from locking down this win for the Eagles. It'll be Daniel Willings flew out in foul territory in his first at bat and then struck out in his second. Pitch missing low for ball one. Swing and miss. So Willings 1-1. That one just a little bit low for him. Good breaking ball from Brown. Willings 1 for 6 on the year in his 3 games played, with 2 walks and a strikeout. And that pitch offered at and called a strike by Jeff Pettit. So Luke Brown, 1 ball and 2 strikes against Daniel Willings. 1 pitch away from getting out of it, picking up the save and locking down Manly's second win of this State League season. Ball lifted foul and out of play. So there'll be another chance for Willings. So the 2-2 from Brown, up and away. Correction was a 1-2. Count is now 2-2. Good patience by the Marlins catcher, not offering at that high pitch from Brown. Willings just takes another moment to compose himself. Down in the zone for ball 3, so fills the can up. As I was saying on the previous batter, probably not a bad thing with first base open if he does put him on. (3-2), up and away, ball 4. So no damage done there, really. Just gives Manly an extra option with home plate now available for a force out. I'll bring the pitcher Luke Kovac up. Dangerous hitter in his own right is Luke Kovac. His first appearance in second grade, or his first at bat in second grade. And he started with ball 1. Brown missing away for ball 2, so 2-0. Kovac working into the hitter's count. Plenty of encouragement coming out of the Central Coast dugout as that ball is in. Strike 1. Luke Brown working his way back into it. 2 balls and a strike. Gets Kovac to swing at that pitch outside. So 2-2 now. Brown fighting back from the 2-0 hole to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 pitch away from putting this game in the books. Bases loaded for the Marlins. Fouls it up into the air. Playable for Haythwaite. Runs over to the dugout, but it's caught by Chris Ings behind the Central Coast dugout as he is stripping down and getting ready for his first grade game. Hopefully it's the only thing he catches this afternoon. So Kovac, 2-2. Bases loaded for the Marlins. That pitch in and gets away, so it'll be a run for the Marlins. Tying run now 90 feet away. Full count pitch. So a full count now rather for Luke Kovac. Go ahead run in the form of Daniel Willings standing at second base. does take the running start by the runners out of play with the 3-2-2 out count with no force on. In for strike 3. Big pitch there by Luke Brown. Finishes the ball game. Manly are going to hold on to this one 2-1. Just wait for the official call from the umpire that this one is done. Just waiting for the call. That should be it. It is 12 past. Three o'clock start time, 2 hours and 5 minutes, so no new inning after 5:05. I believe that is the right maths. Okay, so the umpire's just informed that the official start game was 10 past 5. So Central Coast have 3 minutes to get Manly out. So there was a delay to the start of second grade. That information wasn't passed on to us, so Central Coast still in with a chance. Luke Kovac starts Josh Beasley with strike 1. Should probably check those things before we get too excited. Josh Beasley behind no balls and 2 strikes. We'll need just to slow things down a little bit. And he punches that over the head of the shortstop for a single to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. And it's going to be pinch hitter for Manly. Zach Newbold will replace David Yu. Simon Loud going to his bench. Zach Newbold also having a busy day in the under-18s game earlier. Drove in 4 RBIs. Two for 2 day with 3 runs scored and 2 walks. In Manly's 16-6 victory in the under-18s to start the Saturday action this morning. Unfortunately, that game not covered due to some technical issues. And it's going to be a stolen base attempt by Beasley, and he's going to be thrown out. The first out of this bottom of the 6th. But it should be enough time wasted for this game to be called within the next couple of at-bats. And Zach Newbold will go down on strikes. So 2 outs on 2 pitches for Luke Kovac. So we're now at 5:15, which I believe should be the new cut-off time. A pitch down for ball 1. And in for strike 1 on Zach Murphy. 0 for 2 so far today with a ground out and a strikeout. In for strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two and 2. A pitch from Kovac missing upstairs. Kovac pitching with the protective COVID mask on for the Marlins. That ball hit over to the right side to Jake Phelps, the second. No troubles with this one. And that is the game. Manly hanging on. 2-1 here. We can now make it official. Two-one the final score here. 5 great innings by Leo Matsuyo. Manly getting the job done. An RBI by Brendan Haythwaite and Adam O'Neill. Scoring Adam O'Neill. And then Luke Brown holding off the late fight from the Central Coast Marlins. Did give up the run on the loaded bases wild pitch, but was able to hold his nerve to close it out and secure Manly's second victory of this second grade competition. Big thank you to Harrison Peters joining us on the production side of things. We've battled the wind. We've pushing through. We've got 1 game to go. We'll be back with first grade in about 15 minutes. So grab yourself a jumper, some food and a beer, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you for tuning in to this second grade game.